Something kind of mysterious is taking place in Iran as we speak. The story begins, but certainly does not end, with this video that I'm about to show you right here. Take a look at this video, because it reflects what's just been going on there in the past, 48 hours. 7 ships have suddenly caught fire in Iran. The news agency there is describing it as a series of, quote, fires and explosions around the country, some of which have hit sensitive areas. There you can see firefighters, you see the rescue officials there looking somewhat perplexed, almost confused, as they try and put out these blazes that they can't quite explain. Okay, now, I mentioned that there's a mystery here and that there's more to this story, and, well, here it is. If those fires and explosions were an isolated incident, I would not be leading this newscast with this revelation, but the fact of the matter is, these are not isolated fires. They're not. Since late June, there have been fires and explosions, many of them unexplained, around Iranian military, nuclear, and industrial facilities. In fact, I want to take you through some of these incidents. About 3 weeks ago, June 26th, an explosion occurred just east of Tehran, near the Parchin military base. The cause was said to be a leak in a gas storage facility. Okay. 4 days later, though, June 30th, 19 people were killed in an explosion at a medical clinic, this time just north of Tehran. The explanation there? Apparently another gas leak. Then, just a couple of days after that, July 2nd, a fire erupts at Iran's underground nuclear facility in Natanz. What caused that one? Officially, Iran says it knows, but it's not ready to say. The state's news agency, though, is suggesting sabotage by either Israel, the United States, or both, they seem to say. So, here's what we're left with, right? What really is going on with this sudden string of fires and explosions in Iran that now include 7 ships destroyed in an Iranian port? Can it be nothing more than just a coincidence? Or is something else at play here with this mysterious, or at least questionable, rash of fires and explosions that are taking place in Iran? Our lead reporter on this story is veteran Middle East correspondent Paula Sleer.
There's been a series of explosions and fires in Iran in recent weeks, the latest of which saw 7 ships catch alight in the port of Bushehr in southern Iran. There have been no reports of casualties, and the cause of the incident is unclear, but it is the latest in a series of mysterious explosions to rock Iran in recent weeks. These suspicious explosions began about 2 weeks ago and have included an attack on a missile facility, a medical clinic, a nuclear complex, and a power plant. They've led to speculation that there's a campaign of sabotage on the go. Israel is thought to be behind at least one of the explosions on the Natanz nuclear complex about 10 days ago. The Israeli foreign minister said, and I'm quoting, "We take actions that are better left unsaid." The Iranian Revolutionary Guards Corps confirmed that an explosive was used, and Israel in the past has taken action against Iran's nuclear program. It comes as the United States steps up the number of cyber attacks it's conducting against Iran. According to U.S. officials, the CIA has conducted a series of covert cyber attacks, particularly in the last 2 years, since the American President Donald Trump signed sweeping authorization for such attacks to occur. The authorization allows the CIA to disrupt and destroy Iran's nuclear facility. And in the last 2 years, according to American officials, at least 12 covert operations have been carried out. The CIA refuses to comment. Paula Sleer, RT, Jerusalem.
Good stuff, Paula. Joining us now to discuss this is former Pentagon official Michael Maloof. That's a series of 4 to 5 unexplained explosions or fires. Michael Maloof, possibly just a coincidence?
In this business, Rick, there are no coincidences. This is a calculated, determined effort to basically cause regime collapse, to weaken the people's confidence in their government, because they're occurring all over. And I think it's a combination of things, of internal opposition groups and also cyber attacks from outside, from the United States and by Israel. And given that pipelines and what have you and gas lines are also affected, it indicates to me that it might be some electromagnetic activity that's going on to mess up automated control systems that can create these kinds of explosions. So it's a combination of the cyber attacks, most prominently carried out under this National Security Presidential Memorandum number 13, which the president signed in 2018. And it also explains why there was a cyber attack even in St. Petersburg, Russia, I believe in the same year, on a facility that was said to be the troll factory to go after, to hack into U.S. elections.
So you're telling me and our audience of millions of people around the world that as a former Pentagon official, you can confirm that my country, the United States of America, would be involved in these types of activities to undermine another sovereign country?
Yes, and I'll tell you why. Since it was under John Bolton's watch that this memorandum, secret memorandum, was approved by the president, it's an interesting authority. It gives the CIA authority to go ahead and undertake covert cyber attacks without having to get permission from the White House, as was required under Obama under very strict conditions. So, in effect, CIA could get us engaged in a war. And this is what I'm really concerned about, because it could be open-ended. There's no pre-approval at the highest levels of what targets might be allowed or disallowed. Now, the president did concede. He authorized the 2018 attack in St. Petersburg. He said that in an interview. He confirmed that in an interview. But the authority by which he did it was under this memorandum number 13.
Not to mention the assassination of General Soleimani as well. Boy, I'll tell you what.
Yes, well,
that's something to say and something to think about that you've left us with. Michael Maloof, my thanks to you.